Thanks for listening to Comics for Fun and Probably the Scholar here with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 492, where comics will originally be releasing January 23rd, 2019, before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic shop this coming Wednesday. Drew, our winners of our contest have gotten a hold of us, and we've got all kinds of feedback and all kinds of things in the world of comics.
Yeah, that was way easier than I thought it was. People reached out to us right away. We have two winners, Stephen N. and Brandon R. And your packages are going to be coming in the next week. First class, man. We're not going to mess around.
No doubt.
I was going to media mail that stuff, but then I decided I'll go first class for you guys. And so expect those prize packages in the next week or so. And thank you for everything you did to earn those prize packages. And thank you to everyone who contributed. Eric and Jason, we appreciate that very much, your contributions to help make these prize packages extra special.
Absolutely.
Kyle concurs. Let's see, we had a quick message from Soulbrig, who said these guys put out a great speculative podcast. Give it a listen sometime. Well, thank you, sir. We hope people listen to you. Raggedy Joe says, hey, Drew, what is the link to hit up Eric with a C at Cowabunga with a K for the FOC? Well, it's a bit.ly link, and it is in the show notes, and I'll,
I don't know that I've ever read our show notes.
Well, you're not the only one. You and Raggedy Joe, neither one of you have. But, as comic fans, you guys really should all sign up for the comic book, the Cowabunga comic FOC, final order cutoff, weekly mail order form. I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why I love it, okay? And we get to that when we get to the FOC later. But exclusives. That's one thing. Die. Only way to get it. FOC.
Walking Dead blind bags. Only way to get them.
Only way to get them. Black badge FOC variant. Only way to get it. Just to name a few things that you can't get anywhere else. They have cool covers. When you're flipping through your previews, you don't see all the cool covers that are available to you. You can see image coming soon. When you get the FOC, it's 3-4 weeks out or so you get to see what those covers are and make a decision. Still have a time to make a decision on those way past the due date, and you get to see the covers that other people didn't see during pre-order cycle. That's cool. For those of you like me who like to sample new series, you used to have to pre-order three issues of this comic before you even got the first one to read. Now you can order the first one. When it comes in, you read it, you like it. FOC number 2 comes around, you can pre-order the next one. Usually the timing works out. It's pretty close. Sometimes you might have to order 2 and then pre-order the third. But for the most part, you can sample that first one and then get the FOC and order the second one. Flexibility of ordering. Like I said, you're hem-hauling during the pre-order cycle, looking through previews. I'm not going to get this. Then you send your order in. You're like, man, I should have. I don't know. Should I? Should I not? It'll be on the FOC. You can add it then. That's awesome. There's more information. How many times have we looked at the previews and it said, oh, this book is by TBA, or this book is by Various. You have no idea who the creators are. Well, on the FOC, you're going to have that information. You're going to have who's written it and who the creative team is. You're going to have the latest and greatest information on this stuff. That's another cool thing. And one of the coolest things is there's no obligation. Eric doesn't mind if you don't order anything. He's providing a service to you as part of his great customer service. He'll send you the form. You can take that form and take it to your LCS and say, hey, man, this looks to be able to be ordered during the final order cutoff. Can you get this for me? And they have the order code, everything they need right there. Boom. You can have them do it for you. And if you don't have an LCS that'll do that, then Eric will hook you up. So, like we said, Eric with a C, EREIC, and at cowabungacomics.com is his email. And Cowabunga is spelled with a K. But you can sign up at the bit.ly link, which is eepurl.com/DU7WWF. Okay? So that's why it's in the show notes, because I cannot remember that. So eepurl.com/DU7WWF. And one of the W's is capital, but that can't make a difference, right? It doesn't make a difference in a URL, does it? Does it?
I don't believe so.
I don't know. Anyway, that'll be in the show notes. And you can always reach out like Raggedy Joe did, and I'd be glad to share it with you. It's fun to see every week. You get them on Fridays. They need to be turned in on Monday. Awesome stuff. So that's my plug. I know I harp on it a lot, but it is fun. And by the way, we pretty much talk about the FOC every single week.
Yeah.
So you can follow along at home, which is always nice. Okay. Thank you for your indulgence. Aaron Churchill says, I'm working on my pre-order for March and was curious to hear thoughts from both of you on Batman 1000 and which covers you'll be picking up. I was thinking about sticking with cover A, your sage advice, Kyle. But how often does Jim Steranko do a comic? And the Greg Capullo looks really amazing. So, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And this is another case where I might not decide during previews, and I might wait. I might wait for FOC to decide. I might hear what the scuttlebutt is, to hear what everybody's ordering, to decide which one's being under-ordered. Might go that way. I might just go cover A, probably. I usually do. I know some people that are going all in, all of the covers, just like they did on Action, and that's cool if you're a collector and you want to collect them all. But if you're doing it from a speculative point of view, I can't imagine it's going to pay off.
No. Yeah.
Action's not selling that well in the back issue market, so I would think it's going to follow that same path. Probably going to sell a little more, but you never know. Maybe it won't. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a great spec book. Kyle, do you already have a favorite cover picked out?
I'm of course always a big fan of the Capullo.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful cover. Of course, cover A is great as well. But yeah, it's not going to be a good spec market. But if you're a fan, just get what you're a fan of.
Yeah. That's always a good thing to do. Yeah. Joe says, "Okay, comics for fun and profit. You're the crime guy. Breakneck from Hard Case Crime. I dug it. Enough to read number 2. I haven't read that yet. So that's a Titan Comics.
Yeah.
Breakneck. I have yet to read that one. So good. Thanks for the review, and I'm going to definitely check that out because I love Titan's Hard Case Crime books. We still have best of 2018 stuff coming in. This one's from Bob Seifert, our old buddy Bob.
Hey, I know him.
Yeah. He says, Marvel, best ongoing. Immortal Hulk.
I hear that a lot. I hear that a ton.
His best flip, Ultimate Fallout number 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales.
Yeah. Anything Miles is hot.
That's a good one. I like Immortal Hulk. I think it's good. Very good. DC's, he has best ongoing series, Mr. Miracle. Can't go wrong there. And his best flip, Batman the Damned. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, that was a good one. Image, his best ongoing is Saga. I reread the entire series again this year.
Very nice.
In a few days, and it was glorious. But Deadly Class is a close second, if Saga does not count, since it did not ship part of the year. It counts. It counts. His best flip was the Walking Dead blind bag 1 in 100 secret word variant. I got lucky on my blind bags.
Nice.
Yeah. For best indie, he says best ongoing is Transformers Lost Light.
Oh, cool.
And his best flip was Veronica 202, which is the first Kevin Keeler. Bought a bunch in the back issue bins this year. I'm not even familiar with that one, so that's a cool find. And he said Rags would have been number one if he could have found anywhere.
Yeah. If he was one of the 816 copies or whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Best writer is BKV. Yep. Best artist is, for interiors, he gives it to Ryan Otley for a Spider-Man run. And for covers, 80 Granov. By far.
Cool.
Yeah, by far my favorite cover artist. And he wishes DC would get him for the Killer Bee covers. So that's cool. Mm-hmm. His best comic movie, Infinity War, he's already seen it 5 times. And his best comic book show is a tie between Happy, which I've watched the first couple of episodes of, and American Gods. Watch them both now. I haven't seen American Gods at all.
I heard good things about it.
Yeah. David Thompson. Hey, Kyle and Drew. Just finished this week's episode, and it was another good one. Thank you, David. I do have some thoughts on what you discussed in no particular order. Drew, I don't hate Black Mask. Hate is such a strong word. I would agree more with what Kyle, and say that I was disappointed way too many times to consider buying another of their books. Mm-hmm. Just a few examples. 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank, 1.5 years to publish 5 issues. Cal Exit, close to 12 months, I believe, to publish 3 issues, and it just stops. Count me out. All right, you're allowed to have your own opinion. Mine differs, as those 2 examples are from 2017, so that doesn't count as a 2018 diss, and they've had some fun stuff this year. But you're allowed to have your opinion. I will allow that. I will allow it. He says, I think Marvel celebrating 80 years by resurrecting old title is probably more about keeping copyrights. I'm skipping all these, as I believe them to be future dollar bin filler. You might be right there.
Can't argue.
Mm-hmm. On to the Kickstarter books. Some Scout titles like Stabbity Buddy. Now, yeah, because we were having that discussion about.
Does everybody run for the Kickstarter version?
Yeah.
And does that trump the first more mainstream title?
Yeah. So some Scout titles like Stabbity Bunny and Once Our Land had success once they were mainstream published. For a time, collectors and speculators did seek the self-published printings, but I'm not sure if that's still the case. The most recent example, Rags, I'm not going to include because the creator hates speculators. Just do a quick Google search and see it for yourself. And publicly went after his Kickstarter and Patreon backers for selling their copies. I think the saying buyer beware applies when directly supporting a creator. I had not heard that, so he hates speculators. That's too bad.
Then I guess he never mind. Okay, cool.
Yeah. That's why he sold 800 copies.
Yep.
He should have embraced it.
Mm-hmm.
As for the leadership shakeup at DC, I think it is needed. Yes, the new 52 had its highlights, like Batman, parts of Detective and Action, but there were far more middling series that didn't generate any immediate or long-term excitement. I wouldn't fire either, but would rather see Lee drawing, and not just a cover here and there, and Didio writing. If DC was smart, they would bring one seasoned person from comics and one from outside, in movies or TV. What about Jonathan Hickman and Kevin Smith? Or Quentin Tarantino and Greg Capullo? Or Scott Snyder and somebody? You get the idea.
I'm with you.
I like Quentin Tarantino running DC. And Greg Capullo, he'd just be punching people. That would be interesting. I think it would just implode.
Yeah.
DC would just implode with those two
films.
films.
It would be a fun ride, though.
It sure would. Can you imagine? Stephen M. says, I notice with the $4.99 books, annuals mostly, it's still a same-size comic, but with a backup or two stuck in there. They are usually lame. What do you guys think about backup stories in comics?
There's only been a few that have been any account, really, for the most part. I normally I'll read the first couple, and then by the end of it, I don't even usually finish the mini.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that we would trade the dollar and you keep your backup story and give us a $3 book instead of a $5 book.
Absolutely.
Pat says, "Why don't you guys like Valiant? You hardly ever mention them."
I can't make no money off them.
Yeah, I don't read much Valiant. I'm not a continuity and shared universe guy, so I read Marvel and DC, but not. I guess I like my continuity limited to that character. I don't really care about like the crossing over and stuff. And they used to do that a lot. They used to have like a shared universe that crossed over all the time, and I wasn't interested in that. A couple of the books I read that were like standalone were pretty good. I just haven't read a thing in a long, long time. I don't dislike them. I just don't read them much. Maybe that could be something I do in 2019 is sample some more Valiant.
I jumped on a few things, but nothing ever stuck with me for everything.
Yeah.
I jumped on like Hope and a couple other things. I was on Ninja K or Ninjak for a while.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to hold my interest, and they all seem to have a history that I have zero knowledge of.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I'm missing out. Yeah, I don't. Even for all their jumping on points and number ones, none of them really feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm missing a ton.
Yeah. I think I'm right there with you. Simon asks, who are your top 3 villains? Not just the strongest necessarily, just your favorites.
I mean, MCU Thanos was done amazingly this year. So if you're looking movie-wise, that one, of course, is your number one. Comic book villains.
I'm going to go with Doc Ock. He's my favorite.
Vegan.
Otto Octavius is definitely my favorite villain. He's not even really a villain right now, but over time, definitely him. I got to go with the Joker.
Yeah.
He's definitely a classic villain, and I'd hate to go multiple from any one character's rogue gallery. I don't know, man. Batman has so many good ones, and Spidey has so many good ones. I really like the Rhino every time the Rhino shows up in a Spidey book. But there's so many good villains, so many good rogues. Flash has some good ones. Captain Cold is a great villain. Now I'm already over 3.
I like Harley. I like Harley as a villain.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the crackpot Suicide Squad. I like her as a villain, though.
Yeah.
Black Manta. I've always had a thing for Black Manta.
Always loved Black Manta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Man. Yeah, there are tons.
Would you consider Laura Flees a villain?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed his book, and I felt a good connection to him a few years ago when that one was on. So I always liked him. There's always a special spot for that.
Yeah. So those are some of our favorites, and we didn't limit it to 3. Sorry.
And Doomsday, man. Doomsday, if you really get into Doomsday is insanely awesome.
Yeah, and I liked Thanos a lot this year, so I have to agree with you there.
I can't wait. I mean, you for some stupid reason didn't watch the Marvel Far From Home trailer.
What is it? What is it?
The new Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. I don't know why they call it Marvel.
Oh, it's like the Homecoming sequel?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But man, Mysterio looks awesome. And that could be a great villain.
Mysterio's great.
Is he even a villain in this one? I don't know. There's a couple ways to look at it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had a big miss last week, Kyle.
Oh, man.
Harley Quinn 57.
Yeah.
The B cover. It was by Tedesco. Yeah.
No, we talked about it like a madman.
No. We did not. We missed this one.
We missed it?
Yeah, we were talking about that one that was like sideways, really bright.
Uh-huh.
That was not that one. This was the Tedesco one.
Okay.
We were talking about the one that was in FOC, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
And we didn't talk about the Harley that actually came out during Sneak Peek. So that one is pushing $40 already.
jeez.
Yeah,
because it had a first appearance and they misspelled a name or something stupid like that.
I don't know. I missed out, and I completely forgot to even go to the comic book shop this week to check. And they don't usually get cover P's anyway, so
Yeah,
I doubt it would have.
that was 2 weeks ago.
Books that came out on the 9th.
Yeah.
That's not really 2 weeks.
Well, the last one we did was the 16th. So yeah, 2 episodes ago. We messed it up.
Oh yeah. I know. Okay, I guess. Yeah, you're right. We didn't miss it last week. It came out last week, and that's what I meant. Yeah, we always work a little bit ahead. Yeah, that's true. You are correct, sir.
Yeah, on that one we completely whipped. I think the only thing I noticed is, hey, this isn't show, and I kind of moved on.
Well, it's the 18th of January, and we have some preliminary numbers from Comic-Con for December. So it took a while to crunch all those numbers with the holidays. There's like 4 people working at Diamond, I guess, and 3 of them were on vacation. So it took a while for them to come out. And Marvel wins again. Crushing fashion. 44% of comics sold in December were Marvel. DC at 30%. Image over 9%. IDW almost at 4%. Boom at 2%. Dark Horse 2%. Dynamite 2%. Everybody else below 1%.
Dang.
So, yeah, another crush for Marvel. And DC did this to themselves, if you recall. They kicked like the entire 4th week into January.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They didn't launch much. So they launched everything early or kicked it into January. So their January should be solid. Heck, they might even win a month. Who knows? The top sellers. Oh, wait, before we go to that, I just wanted to touch base. December brought the year, and we thought we were going to have a better year than 2017.
Uh-huh.
Well, we did not. We were down almost 6% in comic sales. So 6% less were sold this year, and it might have something to do with with December being down. In a couple of weeks, we'll get the full 2018 sales numbers and percentages, and we can take a look at those then. But for December, back to December, we had DC took the top 5 spots. Batman Who Laughs was number 1. Batman.
One of those books is a $7 book.
No, Batman Who Laughs is $4.99.
And then the next one.
Oh yeah, and then Batman Damned, number 2 was $6.99. You're right. Doomsday Clock, another $5 book. Its 8th issue came out. It's still selling well. Batman 60 and 61 were 4 and 5. And then we had Amazing Spider-Man 11 that took the 6th spot. Fantastic Four number 5, which was also a wedding special, and also, was that like 700? 600? Something like that.
Yep. That's exactly right.
So it was an $8 book and a big one, so it took the 7th slot. The other Amazing Spider-Man that came out that month, number 12, took 8. The Batman Annual that came out, it took the 9th spot. And Shazam's debut cracked the top 10, which I think was kind of cool.
Yeah, way lower than I thought it would be.
Yeah. So let's see how we're going to do as far as number over 100,000.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Batman's falling down there pretty solid now. It's
right around the 90, 92 range or whatever.
Low 90s at this point. I think you're spot on. Top 3 is definitely over 100,000. So how much did Batman Who Laughs number 1 sell?
You think it hit 200?
No.
Okay. I'll take the over on 180.
Okay, I'll take the under.
Cool.
Probably around 150, I would guess. 175. But you never know. Batman.
But I'm trying to think what the attrition will be on Batman Damned, because it took off.
It'll go up, won't it?
I think it'll go. I think this one will actually go up, which wasn't number 1 like 140,000.
Yeah. Well, you might be right. That's why we do the bets, the prognostication.
Yeah, so this one will probably, I mean, it definitely won't lose 50%. That's for darn sure.
Yeah. As far as graphic novels are concerned, Paper Girls Volume 5 came out and took the top spot, probably pretty solidly. Batman Volume 8, Cold Days. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Power Rangers trade. Star Wars Volume 9. Flash Volume 8. My Hero Academia Volume 16. Thor Volume 1, God of Thunder Reborn. Venom First Host is the 9th slot, and rounding out the top 10 is Batman Detective Comics Volume 8. Numbers, Marvel, of course, shipped almost 100. They shipped 90 comics with 38 trades for a whopping 128 items shipped for the month. DC only shipped 52 comics. How cute that that was the number that they went for, 52.
Yeah.
That's their number. Image also shipped 52 comics. So
Less ironically,
didn't mean as much, but I mean, they had to ship 52 They had to ship the same amount of comics to get a third of the sales. That's a bummer. IDW shipped 32, Boom 24, Dark Horse 21, Dynamite 13, 8 from Titan, 5 from Valiant. So Marvel floods the market and wins the month.
Congratulations, Marvel.
Surprise. So we'll see those full December numbers next week, and then the full 2018 numbers the week after that. So
Very nice.
Should be some good stuff coming in. Well, let's take a look at the aforementioned FOC.
Of course, FOC is your final order cutoff. It's your last opportunity to find these books that are coming out here in approximately 1 month and adding them to your pull list to make sure that you get them. Of course, we do this through Cowabunga. So Eric sends us this wonderful little email. He's featured at least 4 items on it. The ones he's featured this week are Detective Comics 998, the Gary Frank cover. That's the cover B. Superman number 8, cover B, Rob Liefeld, doing a nice Superman. Feet even look pretty dope. Criminal number 2, the Brubaker comic from Image, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Image, I see now. And Savage Sword of Conan number 1, a beautiful Alex Ross cover A. Of course, Eric just likes to feature a few things that he's heard a lot about, or that people have been talking about, or he's seen his customers increase orders on. So he likes to feature those things. So, Drew, let's dive into the FOC and start in Dark Horse.
Nothing.
All right, let's move on down to DC.
Well, there's a Batman Who Laughs number 3. But yeah, I've been getting I've been double dipping on Catwoman, getting both covers along with
the cover A is I believe a Tony S. Daniels on the variant.
Nice. And we've got second prints on Detectives 994, 995, and 996.
Cool. A lot of people like me jumping off of that to get that whole arc.
Yeah.
Or at least start that arc.
Yeah.
Leading into 1000.
Pretty excited about that.
In case DC decides to do something crazy with it.
Been hearing good things about Hawkman. I have 7 on my 2 read stack, so I'll be picking up with the beginning of the second arc. We'll see how accessible that is.
My buddy who's a big Red Hood fan is really liking what it's doing in the last arc and can't wait for this next book to come out because he really says it's going in a pretty good place.
Now, isn't the same guy that's writing Nightwing now also writing Red Hood?
I don't know.
It's Lobdell, right?
Scott Lobdell, yeah.
I think he's writing both. And I'm really liking Nightwing, so I should probably be checking out Red Hood.
Yeah.
A Scooby Apocalypse for me. Excited about that. And then I'm really excited about Wonder Twins. This is Mark Russell doing this. And I was a big Super Friends fan when I was a kid. You were probably too young for Super Friends.
Yep, missed me.
So you didn't get to enjoy the joy of Super Friends. But yeah, they're towards the tail end of the series. They introduced the Wonder Twins, and Jan and Zayna, and I was a big fan. So I'm curious as to what Mark Russell does. I'm pretty sure he's going to make it funny and satirical, and we'll see how that goes. Now there is a Wonder Twins series that I've seen float around bargain bins. I wonder if those would be good to snag up before the new one comes up, just in case it's hot. It is only a 6-issue miniseries, so I guess if you could find it for cheap, it might be a good flyer to take.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. What do we think about the new Wonder Woman? Have we heard anything about how it's been since the new creators have taken over?
I have not heard a thing.
Me neither. Should have been a bigger splash than it was.
I was saying that's both a problem with them and me.
Yeah. That's really all unnoticed in DC.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. The Supergirl variants aren't Stanley or Germ or anything at the moment, so nothing jumping off the page at me on DC. Let's see what IDW has for us. Nothing. Let's head on down to Image. Criminal number 1 going to a second print.
Yeah, that's surprising how quickly that happened.
Mm-hmm. Middle West 2 going to a second print, so that continues to be good. Oh no, I can't sneak a peek at Murder Falcon 5 cover B. Crap.
You've got to copy that and take a look and see what it is.
Oh no. I can't spell Falcon. I'm too stupid. Oh, there it is. Oh. I don't know that cover. Crap. That's awesome.
You don't know it?
I need that one.
Drop it in Slack so I don't have to do it. Can you copy and paste it into Slack?
I can do it in Skype.
What did I say? Slack?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Slack, Skype.
Tomato.
Yeah. Send it by carrier pigeon. Whatever you gotta do.
Alright.
It's coming. Kyle's typing. Murder Falcon. Oh, that is pretty nice. We determined what that was, and now I've forgotten already.
This one, I can't remember. Yeah.
I cannot remember. We had figured out what that was on a previous conversation, I think. And now
we normally figure it out on FOC. I don't know if I was around for that FOC.
This is FOC.
Oh, this is FOC. Yeah, we didn't figure this one out then.
Maybe we did.
This is the first time we've seen it.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Die went back for a second printing for its second issue. Gunning for Hits, which I just read the first issue of, and it was awesome.
Oh, yeah?
This is the one that had David Bowie look alike.
Yeah, like the Morrissey Bowie
and you were like, I'm out. And you almost tainted me.
It does sound like me.
But I persevered and read it, and it's really good, but it's kind of geared towards me. It's about like the record industry in the 90s. So like you know, it harkens,
you lived that.
I lived that. I harken back to that era, and it's really cool with the band and the negotiation with got a label trying to sign the band, and it's really cool. I thought it was great. The at least first issue. First issues are awesome, and sometimes the second issues are not. But I'm holding hope that it's going to be as good. We're going to finish up Magic Order with the 6th issue. Feels a little late.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be. Got a second printing for Middle West's second issue as well. Kind of another, so it goes back to the well again. Oblivion Song, is Oblivion Song the one that got announced when it's ending? No, it was Outcast, right?
It was Outcast, yep.
So it's the one that's gonna end. Your Rat Queens, which you abandoned and no longer care about.
I'd like to think they abandoned me as well.
Yeah. Rock Up Church. We need him back. Has the man served enough time yet? That's really all I see in Image.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what Marvel has for us. Age of X-Men Next Gen #1.
So Avengers is starting a new weekly, I guess, huh? Avengers.
Another weekly? Oh, man, for 10 weeks?
Yeah. The last one was well thought of. I believe that gave us the first Immortal Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should hop on this train this time.
Yeah, they tend to shove a lot of interesting and cool stuff in these Avengers weekly books because they know a lot of people are waiting for anything interesting to hit them.
Yeah.
Although the sales was better than I thought it was in the last weekly. I thought nobody would be in, but some people were.
Oh, yeah. It sold well and was well received critically, too. People seem to enjoy it. So this might be one. This is probably what I'm hopping back on, and I'm going to say, okay, I'll bite. Read the first Captain Marvel. I am. I liked about half of it, so I'm not sure going forward if it'll be able to hold me or not.
Yeah.
There's those Immortal Hulks going to third printings and second printings.
I saw a lot of people complaining about Captain Marvel issue 1. Like, you got the really cool movie cover variant.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had this awful cutout of the cover A on the front. So it just kind of completely ruined the movie variant cover of it. It just looked so bad.
Oh. So that Savage Sword of Conan that he highlighted is not on the FOC.
What do you mean? Oh, the one he specifically pulled out?
Oh, is that the cover A? Must be the cover A.
Yeah, it's cover A.
That was beautiful. Adam Hughes, right? I should probably get that one.
Yeah, because it was just the standard price one. Shatterstar wrapping up with its number 5.
I did not read a single one.
Yeah. Count Dooku back with the Star Wars Age of Republic.
Okay. Count Dooku is
the old guy who fought Yoda in the prequels.
Like the third one when he was like flying around, Yoda was flying around?
Yep. Okay. He's got the curved lightsaber.
Okay.
I can't remember the actor's name, an older guy. That's all for me and Marvel.
Yep.
Winter Soldier 3 of 5. We've been talking about how I need to read those, and you're really liking Winter Soldier.
Yep. 2 issues in. I'm enjoying it.
Two issues of the 5 in.
I didn't realize it was only a 5-issue miniseries. Did I? Did I know that?
You knew it the other day, but it was sprung upon you when we talked about it the other day.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like both issues so far.
Yeah. All right. Boom. I see nothing.
Yeah. Me neither.
Dynamite's rewrapping Bubba Hotep. James Bond, blah, blah.
Is that a new Bubba? Is that a new Bubba Hotep? Or is that
I mean, this is issue 1, so they're starting out Army of Darkness Bubba Hotep.
So it's like a combo. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. We've got Aftershock, Lollipop Kids. That's the only one of those 4 that I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
Oni, nope. Titan. There's the 3rd issue of Breakneck. I must have missed first issue somehow. Man. To check that out. Go to there.
Nothing else I think I need out of these.
Nope, me neither.
So just the Murder Falcon cover B is all I will probably be FOCing.
Am I getting that for you?
Yep.
I'm on it, sir.
Thank you. And if you read Batman Who Laughs and enjoyed it, make sure you add him on this one.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. It's a very interesting character. All right, Drew, if we're done with the FOC, let's see what's actually coming out this coming Wednesday. Let's head over to previewsworld.com. Click on to January 23rd. Click at the table view and start in image. Die, number 7. Seems like just yesterday that started.
Yeah. It's been consistent. I wonder how many of those they had in a can before they started sending them out.
Yeah.
I think they've been working on them for like 2 seasons of The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kicking them around. Sure. Yeah.
Kirkman just like, hey, I have this script. Do something with it.
Yeah, let's make this great.
Talked about Middle West going to a 3rd print and having a different cover on that one, so that's awesome.
Yeah, so 2nd issue went to a 2nd printing, and now its 1st issue is going to a 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Oliver number 1. I am a huge Gary Whitta fan. This is exciting to me. Gary Whitta, he wrote Rogue One and Book of Eli.
Oh, both really good movies.
Yep, he's an old gamer. He used to work for PC Gamer, so he's on a few of the video game things I watch now. So I cannot wait. I'm huge into this. I've been waiting for this book. I cannot wait for Oliver #1.
So can we just fast forward to what your pick of the week is?
Well, I always defer to you, and you normally snipe things.
I won't.
So I've unfortunately given you that ability.
Nope, that can be all you.
But yeah, I graph towards writers. I'm a big Gary Whitta guy.
And what's this about?
All right, let me read you the synopsis there, sir. Blah, 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 Gary Whitta. Blah, 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 blah. For a new take on the literary classic with a futuristic twist, Oliver reimagines Charles Dickens' most famous orphan as a post-apocalyptic superhero fighting to liberate a war-ravaged England while searching for the truth about his own mysterious origins.
Okay, since Olivia Twist did not stick the landing, I'm hoping this one does.
Yes. And I like I said, I have much more faith in Gary Whitta's writing.
We got the second issue of Hardcore, which was originally a Kirkman creation, but he's now handed it over to Andy Diggle, and so we'll see how that goes. Really high concept with being able to control other people with having a little. They like shoot a. I don't know what it is. It's like a little thing that takes control of your body. So and then they're like controlling you. It was really cool. The first issue was really cool. Very high concept, very cinematic. You could definitely see it being a movie. So I'm hoping the second issue is just as good. I really liked it.
Very cool.
There's Outcast. It's 38th issue, and does it ending when?
The end game approaches. He'll probably make it to about 40. I don't know.
Probably 50, I would guess.
Yeah.
So he has 12. Yeah, this must start like the beginning of the end. Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense.
I have all these up through like 20 and I quit.
Yeah.
25. I wish I had them all.
Yeah, if I would have known. If only he would have let me know when he was going to quit.
Yeah.
Can't make that mistake with Walking Dead.
Yeah, let's head on down Dark Horse.
We got a new Aliens. This one's Aliens Resistance with Brian Wood doing the writing this time. They just love their Aliens franchise, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Keep cranking this stuff out. Of course, they don't have much left, so I can't blame them. There's also a StarCraft Soldiers #1. This is written...
Oh, jeez. Jody Hauser.
Yeah, Jody Hauser doing this one. So this is based on the game, I guess, probably?
Yes. The latest addition to the StarCraft Expanded Universe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Besides
Remember when StarCraft came out 20 years ago? I used to play it on your PC.
Yeah, I remember Warcraft.
Yep. You didn't have... we had the battle chest at one point. Oh, well.
I don't remember playing StarCraft. You might have.
Yeah, I wasn't as good at it. Too much flying. Too many air-based objects.
Do you have to like build up you have to mine stuff and build up stuff?
Yeah. Yep, same general strategy.
Gotcha.
Plus, I'm not Korean. Apparently, still huge in Korea, StarCraft.
What's that about?
I'm not sure. All right, let's head on down to Dark Horse.
We were at Dark Horse.
Or no, let's head on down to IDW. Sorry, I scrolled up on accident.
Do you care about a Spider King Frostbite one-shot?
Not for $5.
Okay, off we go.
Heading down to DC Comics. Raphael Albuquerque on the Aquaman cover B.
Very
Not
nice.
Horrible.
Very nice. Batman 63 is nice. Tony Daniel.
Nice trade paperback for Dark Knight's Metal. If you did not jump in and get into it, this is collecting Metal 1 through 6. I highly recommend at least suspending some, dark multiverse belief and taking this for a $20 spend.
Yeah. We've got Bendis's new creation, Naomi. This is part of not his Jinx World line. What's the other line called? I can't remember. Wonder Comics.
Yeah.
So this would be her first appearance.
I should have probably jumped on this. I'm completely regretting it now.
Could probably get one for you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It says DC's biggest, newest mystery starts here when a fight between Superman and Mongol crashes into a small northwestern town. Naomi begins a quest to uncover the last time a superpowered person visited her home and how that might tie into her own origins and adoption. Follow her journey on a quest that will take her to the heart of the DC universe and unfold a universe of ideas and stories that have never been seen before. So it's Bendis with David Walker and Jamal Campbell doing the art.
I can't decide who the audience is for this book.
Well, it's a young.
Is he gearing younger?
Younger.
Is he
yeah.
gearing female?
Yeah.
Then I think that's a good. I think that's a big gap in DC's books. So that might be a really good thing.
Mm-hmm. Where it
might be their kind of. I don't know. Marvel has 15 books to do that.
Well, I don't think it's going to sell well.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure it's a mini series. So, if he runs on it for a while, and they give it a leash, it could find an audience, and so it's worth probably picking up.
I agree. Completely agree.
We've got the second issue of Shazam, and is this Eagle Sham doing the cover again? Oh yeah, I love these Eagle Sham covers for Shazam. They're really nice.
A lot going on there.
It was a really good first issue, so I'm excited about this as well. Great B cover if you're a Flash fan. On Teen Titans number 26.
Oh, that too.
Alex Garner, really nice. What B cover are you talking about?
The Shazam B cover.
Who did that?
Oh,
Chris Samney.
Yeah, Chris Samney, exactly.
Oh, he's great. Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong with him.
Anything else in DC, brother?
I think that's it.
All right, let's head on down to Marvel.
The Avengers.
Johnny Cates writing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't usually care about Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm excited, even though $5.
Yeah, and man, there's a lot of current Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm guessing, because holy crap, I did not realize there were this many people in the current Guardians of the Galaxy.
They expanded the roster.
I guess you got everything from Nova in there to, of course, Cosmic Ghost Rider to Silver Surfer to Captain Marvel to who knows who else.
We've got Avengers 13, which features the Iron Fist of 1 million BC. He first appeared in that Legacy one-shot, is that right? Or have we seen this person at all?
Who is it again?
In Avengers 13, Iron Fist of 1 million BC.
I'm unaware.
Could be. We've got a Crypt of Shadows #1, so a horror book from Marvel. And this is written by Al Ewing, and Gary Brown's doing the art, which is nice.
And this is one of those 80 years of retreads or whatever.
Yeah. Looks like maybe another one shot. But I'm probably going to sample almost all these. I think they're all kind of cool properties, so I definitely want to check them out. Yeah, that Guardians is going to be nice. You going to get the wraparound cover?
Yes.
Are you a cover A guy?
I'm usually a cover A guy, but that is a cool looking wraparound cover.
That's Jeff Shaw. Man, Galactus is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
Man, I don't know half those characters in there either.
There's an Immortal Hulk #12.
War is Hell #1. An all-new war story by Howard Chaykin and Philip Kennedy Johnson.
I've been whining around about not enough war stories. So, war comics, so there we go.
Yeah. And this is one of those 80 years you said you were going to dip into, so there you go.
Yep, I'll be reading that one. Uncanny X-Men Annual. I have not been enjoying this series at all, but I'm probably going to check out the annual because annuals are usually good.
Yeah, a lot of times they're just writing for that story and they're cramming everything in there and not leaving it hanging.
Do you care at all about Conan?
No.
There's a couple of Conan True Believers for $1.
Oh, yeah.
Superior Spider-Man second issue. I really liked the first issue. I thought it was great.
The Christos Gage.
Yeah, really liked it. Got a nice fight coming in Star Wars 60. I'm excited about that.
Ironically enough, this Scar Squadron is kind of where I left them off 25 issues ago.
Yeah.
So it doesn't leave like they've went anywhere. 25 issues. All right, let's see anything else in Dynamite, sir.
Done with Marvel?
Yep. Oh, sorry, I thought we were done.
No, nothing in Dynamite.
Boom.
I'm excited for Avant-Gardes. I think this was one of our picks a while ago.
Uh-huh.
So I'm interested in this one. It looks pretty good. It's probably all agey. You might not be a fan. It's Carly Usden and art by Noah Hayes. And Carly Usden did Heavy Vinyl, which I really liked. And Noah Hayes is the artist on Goldie Vance, which I really like the art style. So those they're working for me. So I'm definitely checking this out. This is a Boombox title, so that's more.
I was going to say Boombox imprint. Is that why it skews a little younger?
Yeah, it's an all ages imprint.
Gotcha.
Final issue of Low Road West. Excited to see how that ends. Smooth Criminals was really good. I read the first 2, and I like both of those as well. Also Boombox. So
it turns out Boombox is actually geared towards Drew.
it might be. Maybe Boombox is like different. Maybe the imprint means something else, but I'm pretty sure it's all ages. I'll have to do some research and figure that out, or I'll just have to Google it. Not really research.
Anything else in Boom, sir?
No.
All right, let's head on down to our smaller publishers. See what we can find down here.
Archie's doing something called Blossom 666, and it's first issue written by Colin Bunn, art by Matt Herms. It's Cheryl and Jason are a pair of normal kids in Riverdale. They're wealthy, popular, and likable, but they also harbor a deep, dark secret. One of the twins is the Antichrist. So it's kind of like picking up the Afterlife with Archie vibe, or the Jughead the Hunter, or the Vampironica. So it's kind of just taking on that. Those have all been kind of good, if you like that world.
Mm-hmm. Heroes at Large #1 from Antarctic Press, a $4 book by Matthew Spradlin. A team of government-sponsored heroes is frozen in the 1940s, only to be thawed out in the present. No superpowers, no amazing gadgets, and a complete lack of self-awareness fuel this motley crew of politically ignorant heroes at large. So, everybody's Captain America.
Nice.
But that could be interesting. Have we had Antarctic really hit for anything for us?
Antarctic?
Yeah.
What was Rags under?
I don't know.
Rags was Antarctic.
Was it? There you go.
Yeah.
Heroes at Large #1. Less nudity on the cover, but hey, you never know. Whoa. Alterna with a $15 book. Drew, what's going on here?
Oh, the anthology?
Yep.
It's a trade.
Ah, okay.
Right? It's got to be.
I assume.
For $15. Or trade size, at least.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of second issues. Got third of Marl, second of Love Town, second of Live Wire, a couple others up here. Some books that are just getting started.
Trade for Riptide, $13. Red 5 Comics. I've heard good things.
Yep.
Somebody point that out as their independent book of the year?
Yeah.
One of our listeners?
Yep.
So yeah. For what was it, 4 issues I want to say. So for $13, it seems like this is a pretty good thing. I'm probably going to try to get a hold of this because I am definitely interested in reading that story.
Comics Tribe's putting out the 7th issue of Sync, which their first issue made a big splash back in, I want to say 2017. And they just made it to 7, so they've had some delays.
Yeah. All I can find in here, Drew, about you.
Yeah, a lot of 2s and 3s, so
Mm-hmm.
still in the honeymoon stage is there. I'm taking.
Or if you're Black Mask, you should be waning down.
Yeah, I don't know if Heroes at Large has got that same cachet that Punchline and Rags did, but
Yeah.
maybe.
All right, anything else we need to spotlight, sir?
No, I don't think so.
All right, this is the point of the podcast where I ask you for your pick of the week. What's the one book that is worth going to your LCS and picking up because we think it can make a little money? Drew, what do you got?
I'm going to go with Naomi.
Very nice.
It is first appearance. Might catch on. It's a Wonder Comic, so that's a younger skewing book, so you never know. But if she's a breakout, she'd be the one to have.
There you go. And I, of course, will be going with Oliver, #1, the cover A. Should be a great read, and I'm hoping it catches on and a lot of people like it. So, that's my opinion. If your opinion differs from what Drew or myself have picked this week, feel free to write us out on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, or any Gmail account. All this stuff can be found at comicsfunprofit.com. So make sure you tell us if we've picked the wrong thing or if we missed something that you think we should have been talking about and we somehow skipped over it. Let us know. Be part of the show. We really appreciate that. We thank you so much. So for Drew and for myself, see ya.